Okay, this is another PEMDAS problem. We're going to evaluate by plugging in our 7 for x and y for 4. Remember to replace variables with parentheses, so where I see an x, I just put a 7. For the y, I'm putting 4. Same thing on the bottom, x is 7. Okay, and then for the top, I'm going to do my multiplication first, so 14 times 7, 70 and 28, 98, minus 6 times 4 is 24. Over 7 plus 12 is 19, and then I do 98 minus 24, which is 74 over 19, and that fraction is simplified. So I can stop there, 74 over 19. This was number 23 on the quiz. Okay, this is number 24 on the quiz. Remember to replace variables with parentheses, so a squared in parentheses, negative 5 squared. We learned tonight that that makes a big difference. Minus 8a, negative 5, b, 9, c, 4, minus c squared, so 4 squared. Okay, parentheses first. Well, there's nothing to do in any of these parentheses. They're representing multiplication or just there for the exponents. So nothing to do with the parentheses. So next would be exponents. So this first exponent, negative 5 squared, get my pointer out. This one, negative 5 squared. Remember that this stays grouped together, so this would be negative 5 times negative 5, which would be positive 25. And then this 4 squared is 4 times 4, which is 16. So I'm going to put those in and just rewrite this. So I'm going to get 25, rewriting everything else here, and minus our other exponent of 16. Okay, the next thing I want you to notice, and let's see if I can highlight it all. This is all multiplication. And even though that's a minus 8, if you look at it, if you look at the 8 and I ask you the sign of the 8, you have to look to the left. It's a negative. The 8 is negative. So I'm treating this as a negative. So when I look at all of this multiplication, negative 8 times negative 5 times 9 times 4, I'm looking to see how many negatives there are in the problem. There are 2. There's an even amount of negatives, and we know that that's a positive. So it's going to be, 25 positive, or plus. Then I'm going to multiply that out, 8 times 5 times 9 times 4, which is 1,440, minus 16. And now I'm going to do my addition and subtraction from left to right. So 25 plus 1440 is 1465 minus 16 for a final answer of 1449. For number 25, it says simplify by removing grouping symbols and combining like terms in the wording. So basically, really what we're doing is we're just going to simplify this. Okay? And it tells us to combine like terms, but that really is simplifying. So the first thing that I would normally do is I'm going to go look at my problem. I have some parentheses. According to PEMDAS, I'm supposed to do parentheses first, but this is an x and a y. They are not like terms. So I can go to the number outside of those parentheses, which is a negative 2. This 2 is negative. Let me highlight that. Okay, so we have a negative 2. And this is distributive property. We can give that negative 2 by multiplication to what is inside the parentheses. So I'm going to keep that 4x outside. That's not really anything here. And I'm going to multiply the negative 2 times x, which is negative 2x, and then the negative 2 times negative 6y. There's an even amount of negatives there, so that's positive. 2 times 6 is 12y. And just when we think we're done, we actually have to combine like terms. 4x and negative 2x are like terms. So that's 4 minus 2, or different sign, subtract, keep the sign of the bigger number, whichever one. 4x minus 2x is 2x. And then we still have our plus 12y, and that's our final answer.